Roger some advice. And I'm sure he said simply, go back to what you did in the first round, son.
Family of 8, the Mayweathers. Roger is the youngest of the 8. Floyd, who is a welterweight contender, a little bit his senior. We're into round number 3 now. Mayweather opens flat-footed, but it doesn't seem to matter. Now he gets a flurry going. Scored twice with the right, trying to follow it up. There's a left that gets through. 2 of them. 3 of them. Nieves can't respond. A couple of right hands snick around on the right side. Now Nieves charges in, misses with everything. Mayweather ducks away. Walks right into a left hand. Now they tie it up. Max Harnisch, the referee in the ring. Nieves charging again like a bull. He's just kind of putting his head down and moving. Not really sure what he wants to do when he gets there, Bob.
Or knows what he wants to do and doesn't have the ability to carry it out.
Mayweather dances away once again. Flicking left gets through. Now these jabs in this round have a little more force to them. He's using it as a weapon rather than a check vehicle.
I think Mayweather's looked pretty good. I've been impressed by him, with the exception of that one period in the second round where he got hung up on the ropes right there and allowed his opponent to score. Mayweather's been sharp.
It's really in good physical trim. And strong through the upper body, reminiscent of a couple of Kronk fighters, particularly McCrory and Hearns, in the build through the upper body and the laterals across the back. A lot of punching power in there. Nieves has found some of that out already.
Nieves has some quickness himself, and you see Mayweather just ducking some of those shots with relative ease.
Again, the blood and evidence in the nostril of Nieves at this point. Nothing critical at the moment, but certainly indicating some damage. A couple of jabs get through by Mayweather. 2 minutes gone in this, the third round of a scheduled 10-rounder. We're in the junior lightweight division. And the fellow in the black pants trying to fight his way back to another chance at a crown he once had for 13 months. That the WBA World Junior Lightweight Championship. No real blows in the last 30 seconds or so. A couple of jabs grazed Nieves. He tried to follow it with the right that time, missed it. 30 seconds to go. Lunging shot by Mayweather. A little out of character for him.
There you go, come on.
Again, Mayweather retreats to the corner, slamming into the ropes pretty heavily that time. That right hand missed. Everything's missing all of a sudden from both fighters. Less than 15 seconds to go as they tie it up one more time, approaching the end of round number 3. There's the bell, and we'll pause for this. Round 4 underway. This junior lightweight battle between Roger Mayweather and Efrain Nieves. Mayweather firmly in control in most instances, really had only 1 minute of the 9 so far contested in which he gave up anything to his opponent, Efrain Nieves. Starting slowly in this round. Really, round number 3 was the least active of any, Bob.
Floyd Mayweather is still over in the corner. Maybe we can get a shot of it in a minute. He was engaging in a very animated discussion with a couple of his brother's handlers, and I don't think they want or appreciate that in the middle of the fight, I'll tell you.
Very unlikely. They probably have carefully thought out their advice and plans, and doesn't include Floyd. They spin around just again in the center of the ring, still looking for some significant action in this round. Slip. Nieves' foot went out from under him. They'll rule that as slip. Clean the gloves and go. 2 minutes to go in round number 4. Floyd Mayweather in the gray suit still standing by, very animated in the corner, trying to give advice to his brother. There's a good look at him right now, right up between the trainers as the action continues, and it's not really heavy action in this 4th round. Both of them seem to be taking a breather. 90 seconds left in it. Busiest man lately has been Max Harnisch, the referee, Bob. There's a little bit of an uppercut to the solar plexus, but Nieves holding on. Wild left. Coming up to the 2-minute mark of round number 4.
Ground down into a standstill.
A couple of shots. Gets the crowd excited once again. A couple of bops to the top of the head. And Mayweather comes out of that clinch, throws a couple, another combination. Those are all scoring. 1 minute to go. They aren't heavy hits, Bob, but they're scoring. Finally, something's scoring.
That's important. And Mayweather clearly ahead of points. We have him winning each of the first 3 rounds as they continue to slug it out now.
But you know, Mayweather continues to get off balance just a little bit. I don't think it's the style of Nieves that's doing that to him. I was just adding up between the last 2 rounds. He is in his 89th fight. 68 of those were as an amateur. But those kind of tendencies you'd think would be gone by now. It's a little out of character, I think, for Mayweather at this point. He takes a right hand to the head, then comes back with a flurry of his own. Nieves, a hard-headed individual, no doubt, with 15 seconds to go in round number 4. There's a good uppercut. That snapped his head back, caught him on the point of the chin, and there's the end of round number 4. Again, Mayweather between bouts, Bob.
Fairly narrow spacing, especially when you're going against a guy who's a former world champion in Roger Mayweather. He's not exactly a club fighter. A little 3-round escapade on Saturday night. It's 10 rounds, and a tough 10 rounds too.
We're in round number 5, so approaching the halfway point of this bout. Mayweather has not been in trouble. Nieves has been. On one occasion, serious trouble in the first round, though he avoided the clear knockdown. He did take an 8 count. Now he takes a left-handed cuff shot across the ear. That left jab gets through. Mayweather's left hook got by the ear and did perhaps a little bit of damage in ringing, if nothing else. Now Nieves spins in, gets a couple of body shots, and Mayweather spins him into the ropes. Max Hirschner says, "Don't do that, sir."
Yeah, I think he's done a pretty good job here tonight, Chris. He's been in command of the fights he has worked so far and hasn't let a lot of stuff go.
Big roundhouse right, just got the bridge of the forehead of Nieves. Sent a lot of water spraying around, but didn't do any damage, I don't think. Got an ooh and ah from the crowd. 2 minutes to go in the round. 2 minutes to the halfway point of this bout. An extremely critical bout when you consider the comeback attempt of Roger Mayweather. Not come back from oblivion, but when you lose a world championship, you don't automatically retain the top spot. Now he's got Nieves on the run just a little bit. Going backward, Mayweather scores again. Good grief, Mayweather looking over to the crowd to talk to somebody. That's a little too nonchalant for my taste.
Nobody going to help you over there, Roger. You better put your head back in the ring where it belongs.
90 seconds to go in the round. Again, we tie it up. That has been more the story of the last couple of rounds than anything else, though Mayweather continues to hold the upper hand. Stepping back and throwing a right is Nieves. He gets one to the body. That one's on the elbow. Now Mayweather leans back and throws a couple of quick shots. Those are more cuffing shots, you know. Bob, Mayweather has not been at range where he could extend a punch, prolate his arm, and turn the wrist like you really want to do.
And there are a lot of people
scoring those.
A lot of people here are going to be watching Mayweather in this fight to see how well he does. Obviously, before setting up any kind of big money matchup, maybe nationally televised. They want to make sure he's still the same Roger Mayweather who was a world champion a short time ago.
Half-hearted jab, a couple of them from Mayweather, and he's just bulled back into the ropes once again by Nieves. The Puerto Rican now living in Grand Rapids, so in a sense fighting before some newfound hometown fans, but Roger is a native. There's a right hand. That one is a good one. Above the eye. Going backward once again, Mayweather scores with it. Gives him a little shuffle, tries to throw it. It's not there. 15 seconds to go in the round. Time running out in round number 5. Again, we have Roger Mayweather in control by an accumulation of blows as we get the bell, and we'll pause for this timeout.